Hey guys, it's Garrett here with Eco-Stylist, and I'm in downtown LA and I'm visiting one of the Eco-Stylist approved brands, Tact Stone.
Hey guys.
And this is Tact Stone's founder, Landon Nash. How did you end up starting Tact Stone?
So I actually don't have the conventional route into fashion. I was a real estate agent in San Francisco prior to this.
Okay.
Very passionate about sustainability and kind of living my life in a way that I felt was having the lowest impact on a personal level. And just about under 2 years ago, I read an article about the fashion industry and how wasteful it was, and all of these eye-popping stats that I had no idea were part of what was going into making fashion. And so from that point on, I committed to only buying, sustainable, well-made, ethical fashion. And so I went looking for a brand, and quite honestly, I didn't find anything that was really speaking to me on a sustainability level, and a company that was attacking what I felt to be a lot of the important things in sustainability, as well as kind of your average essentials from a style perspective. And long story short, decided to start my own and try and make high quality, good looking essentials that are made in the most sustainable way.
That's awesome. What does sustainable mean to you? And then can you tell us a little bit about what makes this collection sustainable?
Sure. I mean, I think sustainable can mean a whole different many things. And to me, it was about the impact of the material sourcing, the resources that went into it, whether it was water, energy, the CO2 emissions, and then also on the ethical side, in terms of working with factories that are supporting the communities that they're in, and the workers that are there, and making sure they have safe working conditions and fair wages. And so when starting Tact Stone, we really wanted to tackle both of those issues in a strong way, starting with material sourcing, and making sure that we were taking into account all of the impacts that those materials had when manufacturing products. So our entire line is either organic or upcycled materials. And we felt that was the best way to make high quality, good looking clothing in the lowest impact way. So we have a couple of different collections. We have an organic cotton and hemp collection, which is over here, upcycled wovens, upcycled knits, and a new innovation in low impact, high performance materials that we're really excited about and think turned out really well and have a significantly lower impact than kind of your traditional fashion house.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then obviously on the ethical side, making sure that every single one of our factories is on that ethical side and making sure that they're treating their workers fairly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So where do you manufacture these garments?
So most of our manufacturing is done in Portugal, actually.
Okay.
It was an area that they're very committed to sustainability on both sides, from a material standpoint as well as an ethical standpoint. And it made sense because a lot of our suppliers of our fabrics are very in close proximity to the manufacturers, so you're not having to ship back and forth between different countries, which also lowers our footprint. So all of our wovens, knits, and all of our traveler products are made in Portugal, and then our hemp products are made here in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what from a sustainability or an ethical perspective, which of these pieces is your favorite, and why? And why is that?
Yeah, that's a hard question to answer. I'm very passionate about each of our products for different reasons, and each of our product have their own story from a material standpoint. Like for example, our wovens, we're the first to put upcycled yarn into a weave that we know of. I mean, there might be someone that we don't know of, but I couldn't find it. And so I'm really passionate about this. I mean, this is the lowest impact shirting that we know of on the market because of taking the upcycled cotton fiber and putting it into a weave. So it really reduces our impact. But on the surface, you would never know, and that was the goal, because we want the consumer to have a product that they're used to and that they like, that they're going to wear for years. But on the back end is we're controlling the impacts that we have. I also really like all of our upcycled knits. I mean, these are the lowest impact cotton yarns on the planet. This t-shirt saves 538 gallons of water per t-shirt.
Wow.
I mean, it's just, it's incredible. And that comes from, not sourcing a lot of new material for this product. Taking waste, grinding it down, and turning it into high value fiber. And that's the same for the sweatshirts. And then our Traveler collection, I think is really cool. We're the first to market with this material innovation. It's called Orbital Hybrid Yarn.
Okay.
And so the innovation is in how they wrap the individual yarns before they turn it into a product. And so it's low impact, high performance with moisture wicking, quick dry. It's very durable, abrasion resistance. It won't pill. And the cool thing with the way that they wrap the yarn is reduced microfiber release of the recycled polyester that's in it when you wash it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, Tact Stone shows the amount of water saved as part of their impact. They show how much water you're saving with each product on their website, which is a really cool feature. And obviously that's comparing to conventional cotton shirts. So I'm just curious, how do you sort of get that data for comparison purposes? And is that your comparison point? Like, is it the conventional?
Yeah, so the comparison is from a conventional process, so conventional cotton and conventional manufacturing process. We get all that data from third-party life cycle assessments.
Okay.
So it's looking at the farming process as well as the manufacturing process, and it's done by a third party that looks at each individual material and what goes into making that. And we wanted to make and show the impact reduction of each of our garments in a way that was, that we felt would be understood by the consumer. We also have data on CO2 reduction, energy reduction, but felt like that was a little bit harder to communicate. 2 pounds of CO2 is hard for the average person to quantify, I think. And so we thought that the water reduction was something that we could communicate that would be understood.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think gallons of water presents
a
pretty impressive picture. One really exciting thing that your brand is doing, right, is using hemp. Like, this is a hemp shirt, right?
Yeah, so this is 70% organic cotton and 30% hemp. We source the most premium hemp for this product. It has an amazing hand feel, very soft. And actually, one of the great things about hemp is that it actually gets better with age. So the more you wash it, the softer it gets. One of my favorite products, one of my favorite materials I've ever had on my body. From a sustainability standpoint, I think hemp is a miracle fiber. It's naturally organic, never needs pesticides to grow, is durable. It's a durable material, more durable than cotton. Has amazing qualities to it, natural breathability and moisture wicking. It doesn't smell. I mean, you can wear this. I mean, I've worn one of these t-shirts multiple times before having to wash it. I'm very excited about where hemp is going in the industry, and I think it's an amazing fiber to use. And you can put it into a ton of different products. I mean, even with this jacket, I mean, this is kind of a blouson jacket that has hemp in it. So I think there's so many uses for the fiber that I think it's going to be an important part of scaling sustainability into the fashion world.
The name of your brand, right, is pretty cool, Tact Stone. So how did you come up with that, and what does that mean to you?
Yeah, so I wanted a name that meant something, but I didn't want it to be in your face about sustainability, and something that was kind of left for interpretation from the consumer. And I actually like asking people what it means to them because I've gotten so many different answers. To me, tact is to know how to act in any given situation, to know what's aesthetically pleasing, and stone is the earth. And so to know how to act in a situation and blending that with the earth is kind of what tact and stone means to me. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that story. I mean, when I think of Tact and Stone, I think without sort of thinking too hard, the first thing that comes to mind for me is absolutely like earth, right, and sustainability. And I also like just the name has sort of like a hard feel to it, right? So I think of like clothes that last, right?
Right.
And that's obviously like a really important part too
Yeah.
of sustainability, just having things that you can keep for years and not have to give them away.
Yeah, no, I've heard that answer before, and I think the stone part kind of gives it that rigidity and that feeling of being able to be here for a long time. One other thing that we're building into the brand, and we're new, so we don't have a full implementation of this yet.
Yeah.
But everything we design is designed to go back into the system and be turned into a new garment. So as we grow, I mean, we are a new brand. We've only been around for a couple months.
Yeah.
But for example, if you buy a shirt now and 3 years down the line, you want a new one, we will take it back, give you a discount on your next purchase, and we'll turn it into a new garment. So we are really focused on turning this into a circular business where the goal is zero waste. And obviously that's going to take some participation from the consumer. But I'm hoping as the years go on, people will be more aware of how to lower their impact. And I think that's one thing that's built into the business that I think can really make a difference down the line.
Traditionally, one barrier to like taking clothes back and upcycling them was that with the technology they had, they couldn't do that with blends.
Right.
How are the people that you work with, able to do that, or are they going to be able to as technology gets better?
Yeah, as technology gets better.
Yeah.
I mean, the mono materials are commercial now. The blends are coming down the line, and hopefully will be commercial in the next couple of years. At a minimum, the blends can at least be recycled instead of upcycled, which is better than nothing. But as far as I know, the technology is getting close to where the blends are going to be able to be upcycled and turned into new yarn and spun into new clothing.
That's awesome. So you mentioned, at least with the hemp and cotton blend, you said you make those in LA, right?
Yeah.
How far is that from here? And what sort of what does the factory do to make it ethical?
Sure. So like I said, I think with our product, we always want to make it in a way that makes sense from a sustainability standpoint. So for the hemp products, unfortunately right now sourcing hemp for clothing in the United States is not a real possibility because of all the stigma that came with it, years and years ago. And so we sourced the fabric from China, which is where they have a lot of the hemp products. But we brought the yarn here, so we didn't make the fabric in China. We brought the yarn here to LA. We spun the yarn just down the street in downtown LA, and moved it to a cut and sew manufacturer right down the street from them to cut and sew and bring all of our hemp products in from there. The factory itself has third-party certifications for fair labor and fair wages.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Landon, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Really great to
yeah,
see you.
thanks for coming.
Yeah,
all right.
thanks.